Hey Capricorn, welcome to your May 2020 reading. It's a general reading, take what resonates. Some of it might be for you, some of it might be for someone else. You could be a sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign Capricorn, or you could be watching because someone you know is a Capricorn, or one of those things. Either way, I'm grateful that you're here. You can follow me on Instagram at Candy Wishman, or on Patron where I have exclusive twin flame content or love content, if you will. The information is in the description box below, as well as my social media posting schedule for May. Just a fair warning, I feel like it's just the energy we're in right now. I'm recording this on the day of the full moon in Scorpio, super moon. All the readings so far they start out in this really awesome place, and then they're like, there's some stuff you got to work through. So I might trigger some people, just so you know, but just to work through that. Okay, it's not to bring you down or make you feel worse. It's to give you empowerment to healing the things that make you feel like you're in lack and negativity, and they usually end up being very positive or bringing to a place of you've got this kind of an energy. Okay, so what is the overall energy of the month for you, Capricorn? Ooh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I feel that hard. Your intuition. Trusting your intuition. I feel like some of you know what's up. You do. You feel it. You feel it in your body. You feel it in your bones. You feel it in your gut. I don't know where you feel it. You feel it, though. And there's just this part of you that maybe wants to be wrong or hopes that people will prove you wrong or whatever it is. I feel very strongly that you really need to trust your intuition this month. It's going to be pivotal to your own well-being. Okay. Yeah, like just really truly seeing the truth. And sometimes that's not about thinking that other people are deceiving you. It's sometimes the paranoia of people that are deceiving you, and you have to go intuitively into your own wounds and figure out where that comes from. You know, not everybody's out to get you, but I feel like for some of you, something's not right. And it may not be as bad as you think, but being blind to it or pretending things aren't pretending things are okay isn't the way to go about it either. Okay, I have two very different energies showing up here in the Capricorn world. Okay, so what can you focus your energy on here? Look at that. Very interesting. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so hidden agendas, some sneaky behind the scenes stuff happening. Okay. We have the Death card. Okay. So we have things that need to end so new things can begin. We have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, she has a couple different energies. Okay. So she can represent that harsh female energy. Very controlling female energy, but she can also represent the energy of somebody who knows when to cut their losses and keep moving. And then we have the Nine of Swords, so we have fear. Okay, these are not easy things to focus on, Capricorn, but I think if you can understand why they're showing up in your life, you can focus on how to move through them. So the Death card, understanding that certain things need to end. Understanding that some things are due an honorable death. I do feel like this is relationship-wise. Whether it's romantic or not, for some, it's a relationship with their mother. It's not about ending or the relationship with their mother coming to an end. It's about ending the cycle that it's in right now and allowing it to grow into something else, something more positive, something more healthy. Because it's suffocating right now. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is that fear. So being able to focus on your fear, and not in the sense of really letting it thrive, but understanding where it's coming from. Where's the fear coming from? I feel like for those of you in this case, and I get that this is probably going to be very specific, and that's okay. I feel like for those of you in this situation, there's fear of loss here beyond, there's fear of disappointing. There's fear of, if you stand up for yourself and express, I'm not feeling loved, that you will lose the relationship with your mother or that maternal person. Okay. And the difficult part about that, Capricorn, is if they're not willing to love you without conditions or control, do you really want their love? Okay, there's a codependency here. There's a created codependency because perhaps this mother figure for you feels they don't have any value unless they're controlling your life in some way. It's their purpose in life. And that's unhealthy for both of you because they are worthy of having their own purpose and them being their own purpose and creating value outside of that. And you are worthy of thriving in an independent way. Okay. I do feel like perhaps this mother figure for you, again, I'm going to go with this streamline. I get that this is narrowing it down and it might not resonate with a lot of people, but this part might. Whether it's a mother figure or somebody else, there's some stuff going on there. They're sabotaging you in some way, thinking they know what's best for you, okay? Friends do that too. Lovers do that. But there definitely needs to be some healing around maternal wounds here. Okay, what needs to be surrendered for you, Capricorn? That's one, okay. Oh, I'm going to get 3, okay. Yeah, so we have the Hanged Man, okay, being able to, sort of being held up so that you can shift your perspective around things, yeah. So the first one that came up was the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a legacy card, a long-term card. It's a card of... And I feel for those of you that are also in relationships, okay, it's very interesting. I feel like you may be playing out very similar situations with your partner. Anyway, Ten of Pentacles is also a family card. Okay, surrendering your concept of what family has to be, or surrendering your belief that your family won't come around if you do what you need to do for you, okay? Then we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is the childhood wound card for me. It's that fear of abandonment, being left out in the cold, okay? So surrendering the fear around that, around the fact that you won't be accepted. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And this is normally an energy of moving forward, not holding back. But in this case, this is somebody who's very dutiful and very responsible and bearing the load for everybody. So that has to be surrendered for you. I think intuitively, this is why intuition is coming up. I think intuitively you understand that it's not okay. And you might just be afraid because you don't really know how to go about it, because you don't want to actually hurt anyone's feelings. And that's understandable, right? You don't want to hurt anyone, but at the same time, you're hurting this whole time. And just know that this is a lesson for the both of you. This isn't just your burden to bear. This is also the other person involved, and whoever else is involved in this. I feel like there's more than one person. I feel like perhaps this mother energy is very much controlling of a lot of different things, but this is beneficial for everybody to create authenticity and not the need for control and to control to make someone feel like it's just to make her feel better, really. And it doesn't, but it doesn't. It just sort of festers and it creates even more fear. There's lots of fear here, but I feel like it's not all yours. It's a lot being projected on you. Okay. All right. So what are some of the challenges you'll face? Yeah. Yeah. So we have the Page of Wands. Okay. The Page of Wands is an awareness piece. It's awareness around sort of what fuels your fire. But in this particular picture, I think it's interesting that he's facing away and everything's burning behind him in the background. Okay, because sometimes you have to cut things off. Sometimes you have to burn old things so that they can't come up again. And like I said, if this is a relationship with your mother or a maternal figure, it's not about cutting them off, but it's about cutting off the behavior. Okay, so that you both can have a healthier relationship. And I get how difficult that is, because that means that both of you have to play in this space. To some degree, and it might require cutting them off until they are willing to meet you halfway in what you are worthy of, respect-wise and love-wise, okay? I think there's nothing wrong with burning the bridge to how things used to be, because that only leaves an opportunity to create something new for the two of you, okay? We have the Hermit here, okay? So the Hermit energy, it's Virgo energy. Maybe that means something to somebody. But it's going to be a challenge for you to have alone time, to be able to seek your guidance within, seek your wounds, heal your wounds. I feel like there's, and it's not just now, it's always been this way. I feel like you're constantly being pulled away or distracted from your own healing. And I don't believe like this person is nefarious. Like, I don't think they're like this evil genius. I think it just makes them feel better to know that they know everything that's going on with you. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So it's going to be a challenge for you to feel like you're at peace, at bliss, like your wishes are being fulfilled. I think there's going to be a real struggle with that, because you're going to be constantly faced with this energy until you choose to do something about it. Okay. Or call in help. I feel like you could probably call in your angels, your soul guidance team, if that works for you. They'll send you someone physical, so you don't have to, worry about hearing voices in your head if that's what you're worried about. All right, some supportive energies. What do we got here? Okay, supportive energies for you, Capricorn. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Okay. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me that, because the Nine of Pentacles is somebody who looks good, feels good, smells good. She's not a queen. She might as well be. She really takes care of herself. She's an individual and she's independent. Okay. Which tells me that your need to be independent is going to be your greatest supporter. Okay. Your love of self is going to be your greatest supporter. We have the Wheel. The Wheel, when it popped out and I looked down, I heard this too shall pass. This doesn't have to go on forever. This doesn't have to be an ever-ending thing. I feel like the wheels of fate are going to come in and help you in some regard. In essence, create a situation where it's very obvious to everyone involved what is not okay here. Okay. The Five of Swords. Okay. There's a lot of hollow victories happening here, but I feel like if you can be really smart about picking your battles, knowing when to pick up the mantle and fight for what you believe in. I do kind of feel, especially with that Seven of Swords, you might have to be a little underhanded in your own way, because you're more aware of the situation than perhaps this other person. And I love that we have the Two of Cups. Okay, the Two of Cups here, I feel like for those of you that are in a relationship, I don't feel like the relationship itself is, I think the relationship is also controlled by this maternal energy. I feel, though, it's very interesting that it's a mirror. I feel like there's something about love, though. There's something about love here. Yeah. Healing past love conscious or traumas. Okay. I feel like it's going to help you to understand all your interactions with women. Feeling like you've needed to be subservient and just give them what they want. despite how unhappy it's made you. I feel like there's going to be some reflection here. That's the mirror showing up, right? There's going to be some reflection here, either about the relationship you're in now and how it's become what it's become because of this, or because of the past relationships you've had. You're going to recognize, it's going to help you understand your own responsibility in all of this and the choices you've made and why you've made them. And that always, when you're aware, it allows you to act on those wounds and heal them, okay? All right, so let's take a look at an important event this month for you. Yeah. So we have the Angel of Strength, okay? So the Angel of Strength is sort of that mastery of emotions. For some of you, because there was a man holding a heart at the bottom, for some of you, you've never really truly been able to give your heart to anyone, or to yourself for that matter, because of this very strong influential energy of feeling like you were only loved or you're only accepted or supported as long as you're behaving accordingly, as long as you're doing what you need to accordingly, okay? And honestly, that's probably not even your mom's or this maternal figures. It's probably not even their fault. That's just the generation they belong to, where emotional manipulation is how you got your kids to behave because they couldn't handle behavior or understand it. And that's just what they learned, right? There's no judgment here, only awareness, okay? I feel like there's going to be many times this month where you're going to have to draw on your own strength in order to persevere, because you've got a lot going on. And it could be like the Tower card peeked through a few times. There could be some Tower moments that are going to really wake everybody up. But just know that it's doing that so that you can live in this more independent state and truly be happy, okay? All right, so let's see what the fairies have to say with the ending of this video, okay? Oh, they got a couple. Wasn't that nice? Okay. Yeah, the High Priestess, trusting your intuition. Guys, I can't make this up. Careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation, okay? And then we have the Ace of Winter. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately, amazing new ideas that should be implemented, okay? So this is really shifting your perspective. It's really creating a new opportunity for you to see and live a different life without throwing everything away. It's not about throwing it all away. It is about releasing and cutting off the things that you are not deserving of. You are not deserving of being controlled or emotionally manipulated. And I truly don't feel like this other energy in this situation is doing it to be mean. They're doing it out of fear, okay? So I hope that this has helped. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light, and have an amazing month of May.